seconds, and Griffin picks it off. This was puzzling. You think LeBron, with 6 seconds to go, maybe a little less.
LeBron lost his footing and then threw it away.
No timeout by the Lakers. They got to go.
James, a bump, a feed, a Prince shot. No!
LeBron against Reggie. Up fake and a dish outside, and he'll throw it away.
All right, here's James on the move.
And his pass picked off. Another turnover for LeBron James. The face of this one, that is his 5th turnover. 2 of them have come over the last 30 seconds. That was it.
Loses the basketball and unable to save.
Get some lead.
Inside to James. And James throws it away. Well, doesn't matter now. He missed the free throw. And then James dribbles it off his leg. Ginobili comes free. He'll try and dribble it out. Throws it up and the game is over.
They can switch.
Murray's got 12 here in the 4th. Defender falls. LeBron 3. Rebound by Porter.
It is hard to keep up with the NBA. A couple of days ago, I wanted to do a video about Luka, and I saw Uncut Hoops come out with a really good video about Luka, and I was going to react to his video about Luka, and then all this other crap went down, and then the next day, Common Sense came out with a video about Luka, and then last night I was breaking down the game between the Celtics and the Lakers. You know, I thought I should do some homework. I should go play by play, make sure that everything that I'm going to say is accurate. This morning, I see that Uncut Hoops has another video out that I want to react to, and boy, the game, the game last night. Let's start there. I said in a members video this morning that when the score looks the way it does, the Lakers lose by 1 point after leading, you could probably blame LeBron James. There's more to the story than that, but not really. Okay, so real quick, obviously Luka should have taken that and that. We're going to get into a very messy conversation when we try to answer the question why he didn't. But we're going to circle back to that. I have a problem with everyone calling this a buzzer beater. Look at the clock. 2.7 left. 2.7. I mean, ask Derek Fisher if that's a lot of time. I'll do you better. We don't have to go back in history. Let's look at this game. Look at Luka. Look at the clock. 0.3. Let's look at that game again. Who is that using up the shot clock? Burn it, burn it, burn it. Pass it to a teammate, and 2.3 left on the clock, which is actually more than LeBron usually leaves his teammates high and dry. This is his career, leaving teammates high and dry, getting rid of the ball when he can't create a shot for himself, and then pretending that he makes the right play and it's other people's faults when they don't make it. Funny how that doesn't apply when we turn the tables. LeBron got a taste of what it feels like to be at the other end of how he treats people. Now, nothing that I just said excuses Luka from not taking that shot, and we still have to examine why he didn't take that shot. But first, let's understand that LeBron James has an eternity to do something other than just turn around and throw up a shot. I'm no super athlete, but I think I could have faked one way, maybe even faked 2 or 3 ways in 2.3 seconds instead of just turning around and throwing up a prayer as though you're already at 0.4 seconds. You know what? That was actually too generous because he receives the ball with 3.1 remaining. I ask you, what could you do with 3.1? I think I could shake left, right, maybe even left again. I might even be able to grab a beer and juke. He starts jumping with his back to the basket as if the clock has already run out. You know what that is? That's low IQ. Low IQ. Let me repeat. Low IQ. That is low IQ. There's still time on the shot clock. Let me say it again. Low IQ. 0.7. Still more time than when Luka got off a shot that he made. My point is that GOATs get it done. They don't make excuses. And you fanboys and the Clutch Sports Group controlled media will not stop referring to this guy as the GOAT or one of the greatest of all time and what he's still doing at this age. So I tell you what, how about if you make one goddamn game-winning shot for a change? Like, are you going to pretend like anything would have changed if he'd had a better look? You know, maybe a look like that one? Or are you admitting that passing to LeBron James with 3.1 seconds left is always a bad decision? As I already said, I was breaking down the Celtics-Lakers game, and this shot came to mind. Hey, how about taking that? Nope. I'm going to dribble the air out of the ball, and I am going to settle for a much worse shot. Now, this isn't the end of the game, but it's still stupid. And yes, of course he missed.
When Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves play together, they're just not a good team. And I mean, they've been leaning on the fact that injuries over the last 2 seasons have prevented them from really having a lot of time together. But the data is just the data, okay? When Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic play together, when it's just the two of them out there, the Lakers are an excellent team. When all three of them play out there, they're not. So it's a 20-point difference. If you look at every 100 possessions, if it's just Luka and Reeves, or it's the three of them, there's a 20-point spread between how the Lakers play over 100 possessions.
Is this Brian Windhorst?
I'm going more into the detail. That's just the way it is.
What's happening?
They're one of the worst offensive teams in the league when those three guys are out there together.
Don't worry, fanboys. When one person is so offensive, has the audacity to start to utter something somewhat resembling the truth, there are plenty there to come to LeBron's rescue. Whether it's Nick and Shannon or some blind disciple who relies upon what Nick and Shannon say. Or you can always resort to the celebrating what ifs and almosts. So Clutch Sports Group, House of Highlights, needs to be held accountable for this and just about everything they put out, since they are a LeBron first, news second organization. It's bad enough that these days they keep reporting what LeBron almost did. I mean, he might as well have actually accomplished the things that they talk about him almost doing because they celebrate it. What's the point of accomplishing anything anymore? You don't have to accomplish anything anymore. I mean, unless you're not LeBron James, then you still have to accomplish anything. And if you're LeBron James, you have all of these paid shills to come along and give a long explanation as to why not accomplishing it was still awesome. You know, like losing way more than you win. But let's focus on the word almost, because it's bad enough that they're talking about something that's almost, but what if it isn't even almost? That is not my definition of almost, but go ahead and celebrate it. Let's look at one more. It's The Odd Couple. I'm not going to listen to it because Rob Parker isn't there to provide the alternate take to Kelvin Washington. You got two young guys there, and they're going to slobber on LeBron James. So I know how this is going to turn out already. And we just heard Brian Windhorst explain the difference between when LeBron is there and not there. And we also saw them get off to that hot start without LeBron this season. And there's also the information that the Lakers are 15 over 500 without LeBron. And yet somehow paid professionals can possibly come up with a conclusion that isn't getting rid of LeBron James.
If I were the Lakers, I would give serious consideration to moving Luka.
Are you experienced?
While I was breaking down the Celtics-Lakers game play-by-play, I felt compelled over and over again to announce that I am not a Luka fan, mostly because of his behavior. And why did I feel the need to say that? Well, the same reason I'm going to feel the need to say it today. I'm defending him. And why am I defending him? Well, what's the thing that we always ask for on this channel? Consistency. Consistency. I don't think you're going to find a reasonable person to say that Luka doesn't whine and complain too much or even foul bait too much. All we're saying is, where has this been during LeBron James's career? Because allowing him to get away with it forever probably has a lot to do with why we see so much of it now. And even if it didn't, it still doesn't excuse the fact that you let him do it and just won't bring it up. But when Luka does it, oh, shit, let's all talk about it. And while we are now accustomed to LeBron never getting blamed, teammate after teammate after teammate, coach after coach after coach getting thrown under the bus, him criticizing people and knowing being allowed to criticize him, maybe, just maybe, Luka isn't feeling it.
If I were the Lakers, I would give serious consideration to moving Luka.
This Rich Paul Max Kellerman podcast has got to be brought to an end. Tampering. It was bad enough that LeBron James had his podcast used to make excuses and rewrite history and get new jobs for people. This podcast has been used to try to get teams to do what Rich Paul wants them to do, but using Max Kellerman as the mouthpiece so that it just seems like it's a conversation. Hey, we should get rid of Reeves. Hey, everything is Luka's fault.
Statue, if he ever gets one outside of crypto now, is going to be, it's going to be like this. This is the Luka statue, like this, with his arms out like this.
Why you say that?
Every single trip down the floor, you're complaining to the refs. Luka, every trip down the floor.
Oh.
Every trip down the floor, you're complaining to the
rant. This is your rant. This is your rant.
Rich, could you be any more obvious? Take some acting lessons. You're overselling. You've made it obvious from day one what this podcast is about. Max Kellerman does what you tell him to, brings up what you tell him to, and then, oh, wow, I don't know where you got that idea. I've never seen Luka complain before. Gee, this is a revelation to me. You're a bad guy, Max. I'm innocent, but now that you bring it up, let's talk about it. Let's look at a couple more plays from those final minutes of the Magic Lakers. Did anyone say thank you to Luka for that shot? And then there was this one right after that. I know I already showed it to you. How about this defense? There's a deflection, and then he goes out of bounds for it. I mean, I'm just saying, the way he's described, you'd think that the guy doesn't move. And the really frustrating thing that makes this intolerable is that you're actually describing LeBron James 95% of the time when you're talking about someone not moving. Which brings us to this play. Go to the corner and blow it in your hands, LeBron, and then leave. He could have contested that rebound. You don't think that he could have gone in and grabbed that rebound from the shorter Bane? This isn't the first period. There's 3 minutes left in a close game. Do you want to win, or do you want a head start to the other end? I can't help it. I've got to talk about this play a little bit more because I can't get past how easy it would have been for LeBron to just come around behind, grab that, and then probably get a putback dunk. Then I'd be cussing about Bane not boxing him out. Instead, I have yet another example showing that LeBron James just isn't willing to put in the effort. Not even as much effort as Luka. Okay, look right here. That is Luka on Banchero again. That's, pretty heavily contested. As usual, LeBron's just getting ready to grab a rebound, which he fails to secure. I can't help but interject this question because it's something that I noticed while watching these two games. Very simple, basic question. All right, Luka finds Hachimura, who hits the three. Didn't hear any analysts talk about that. This is just an embarrassing blow-by. And yes, Luka gets blown by, no denying that, but we always hear about it, don't we? Do you hear about LeBron getting blown by? What we do hear about is LeBron having a chase down block. They left out the context. Until I watched the game, I didn't know it was after he got blown by. I didn't know he was guarding his own man after not guarding his own man. Oh God, is everyone ready to see LeBron's handles? He almost turns the ball over. Hey, where was that bag of yours at the end of the game when all you needed to do was shake one defender to get a better shot? Let's watch LeBron's importance here. Just stand there, stand there, stand there. Drop your head in disgust. That always gets the team going. Oh, LeBron's big moment against a smaller defender. Slam, slam, slam. Not get fouled. Get bailed. Get bailed out. You Loser. Oh, I wonder if that missed free throw had any impact on a game that you lost by 1. Fanboys, walk me through LeBron's high IQ. He is lost, had no idea where Bane was. Bane hits the... God damn it. What kind of a celebration is that? Top left of the screen, look how badly LeBron wants to win. So badly, he is observing it all. That's an offensive rebound. Luka's in there fighting. LeBron's watching. And now LeBron gets the glory for this. The only thing that should happen here is the Magic's defense gets shamed.
Didn't have a rhythm with the ball, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be. All right. And things of that nature. You know, I had to go full clown mode when LeBron started talking.
I just thought I was a little bit far. Try to take one dribble closer. Probably shouldn't have picked up the ball.
Luka, not to belabor the point, you said you thought you were a little far. I'm kind of surprised to hear you say that, just considering the confidence you usually shoot the ball with.
What the hell? The reporter grew a pair? I mean, when's the last time you heard a reporter push back at all? When's the last time you heard a reporter push back on LeBron James ever? They are going after Luka. And guess what? Luka's answer was BS. But when have you ever heard a reporter follow up a question?
When you passed it to him, did you think he had a shot, or did you recognize that it was kind of be a tough opportunity?
Wow, that attempt to mask that he was just saying, hey, you threw a shitty pass, was as bad as Rich Paul trying to pretend that he didn't set up the podcast.
I mean, I just saw him open. I didn't want to lose the ball, and we didn't have timeouts, But like I said, shouldn't have picked up the ball. I should have tagged. I thought I was getting a clean look, but that's on me.
So Luka owns up to it. He says it's on him, admits it's a mistake, which is more than I've ever heard LeBron James say ever in terms of accountability. And it's still not good enough. They keep going after this guy. So the Lakers lost by 1, right? I bet the 2 points they lost there would have been valuable. And can someone explain this to me? What is that? What is LeBron doing? I don't understand this gesture. It's like he's encouraging the Magic players. Like, you've got this. It's all good. You've got this. Just bring it up the court nice and calm. Let's also understand that LeBron had more than double the turnovers of anyone else on the team. So don't say, oh, everybody turns over the ball. More than double anyone else on the team. LeBron throws it away again here. That's just a terrible pass. Now, he does make up for it by blocking it, but nobody talks about how he was able to block it, and that's because Austin Reeves got back and played defense and forced a less optimum shot, an easy shot for LeBron to block. Amazingly enough, he ruins his and Reeves' effort by throwing the ball away again immediately after, and of course he acts like it's someone else's fault. He erased 2 points thanks to LeBron James. And let's erase 2 more points. I don't understand what he thought was going to happen here. He thinks he's being clever by blasting the ball off of the hands of someone right next to him. That's just, what? Oh no, he actually intercepted a pass that was probably meant for Reeves. Look where Reeves is. Great shooting position. LeBron fucked it all up. This play basically represents the Lakers season. Okay, right here. Everything's good. It's Luka and Reeves. Hey, LeBron, you want to insert yourself and mess everything up? This gets worse every time I look at it, because what are you even doing over there, LeBron? What, you need everyone over on that side? Why are you bringing a defender over to where Reeves was? There is no basketball intelligence in that guy's head. Believe it or not, I have even more to say. This right here, Luka going up into that shooting motion, actually pulls Reeves' defender away from him, opening Reeves up for the shot. Oh my God, it was almost a great play, and LeBron destroyed it. There is a reason that they score 20 more points when it's just Luka and Reeves. Reeves is also way more clutch than LeBron. This is the game right here, folks. You are looking at LeBron James stopping a game-winning play. This one looks like another bad pass, but turns out they called traveling on him. What? Holy shit, that's amazing. They called traveling on LeBron James, and it was a bad pass too? I guess we can only take one of the two. So it was traveling. We're going to have to come back and look at that, because they let him take about 7 more steps than those right there usually. Anyway, that's a lot of potential Laker points not gained thanks to LeBron James in a game lost by 1. I have a few more plays to show, and yes, believe it or not, it's all just been from the last 4 minutes of that game. That's how many examples there are of how shitty LeBron James is. Okay, so here we go again with Luka on Banchero and LeBron on the 6'6" Desmond Bane. Banchero is 6'10", Luka is 6'7". Okay, watch the end here. Look at LeBron. He's observing as Luka's putting in the effort. And that's a foul. It's like a foul in several places, but hey, it's the Lakers. And you know what? That's why players pick up fouls and LeBron doesn't. This is what LeBron is doing. I understand that Luka's committing a foul, and I understand that praising Luka's defense is weird and strange, and the only reason I'm doing it is because letting LeBron off the hook is even weirder. That's Banchero on Luka again at the end of the game. I feel like when the other team's best player is on you, that means something. And the other team's best player is never on LeBron, and LeBron is never on the other team's best player. And I know he's 41, and last year you said he was 40, and the year before that you said 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. Yes, it's been going on for that long. Look, you either take him off the court because he can't get it done at 41, or we extend the excuse game because he said Luka was fat and a bad defender and all this stuff. Well, then I guess he has an excuse too, but only one of them is getting trashed. You know what? Let me know when Luka grabs a ref multiple times and gets no consequences whatsoever. You let me know when that happens. Because what did I see? The guy who is accused of being slow, fat, out of shape, a terrible defender is guarding who? Jaylen Brown. Makes no sense. Against the Magic, I saw him on Banchero. Makes no sense. And the guy who gets praised for being in the best shape in the league and an Iron Man and what he's doing at this age is doing what? No defensive assignment. The easiest defensive assignment. Blowing defensive assignments. Why isn't super athlete LeBron James picking up these more difficult defensive assignments instead of the guy that you're already saying isn't capable of doing it? And having said that, I actually saw Luka playing decent defense. At a minimum, you have to give him credit for effort, at least when you put him side by side next to LeBron James. And again, I'm not here to defend Luka, but you're completely full of shit when you all of a sudden can see all of these things when it comes to one person and not the other person. All right, bonus time, because I've got a quiz attached to this video, and here's the context for it. Let me switch things up and hypothesize about why Luka gave up that shot at the end of the game, because that's not his personality type, is it? No, Luka takes those shots. Could he possibly be losing his confidence in LA? Or could it possibly have been on purpose? Could it have been a message? Could it have been out of spite? Apparently, his numbers this year have been very good. I wouldn't know it because all I hear is that Luka is a problem. Luka's screwed either way. Luka takes this shot and makes it. It's not going to matter. Luka takes a shot and misses. Yeah, that will. Luka passes to LeBron. It's on Luka. LeBron James relentlessly complains, moans, cries, falls on the ground. And all I hear about is that Luka does it. And I do know that Luka does it. I remember Luka doing it while he was in Dallas, but I don't remember the media coming together to bring Luka to an end until he was in LA and LeBron James needed another scapegoat. Let's just pretend for a minute that Luka did that on purpose. That he's like, you know what, fuck it, you guys don't appreciate me. Let me throw it to LeBron James and see how that works out for you. That's not commendable behavior. It's not good for your team. But you know what? He really is effed in LA. And that was already several days ago that I saw Uncut Hoops and several other people's videos featuring Max Kellerman sitting down with Rich Paul, just lambasting Luka. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Luka doesn't like it, that Luka doesn't appreciate LeBron's agent participating in these things, and LeBron James not saying a damn thing about it. The Lakers organization not saying anything about it. Fast forward a couple of days, Luka being shredded in the media again because of this pass to LeBron James. And it wasn't a very good pass, but it's a pass that LeBron James is guilty of over and over and over and over again. And I don't remember anyone ever going after LeBron James for any of those passes.